Oh, whoa, that's a little strong. Oh, hello everybody. My name's Nick. Welcome back to the Nick Indie Experience Twitch edition. And I knew I forgot to do another thing. Turn on the triple clef. Here, 1 second. Uh-oh. Okay, holy moly. It has been a hot minute since I've been in here, streaming wise. I might say it has been very nice to come back after several months. A lot of things have changed, and done lots of different things and all those sorts. So let's see, I'll do a quick rundown. So my white German Shepherd Gigi passed away back in late May, and then we got a new puppy last month. So we did a 30-day trial run, and it was very successful. But she did just eat up a dog bed, so today, so I was like, she's still a keeper, but it happens. She's still a puppy, but is very well trained, and she is very smart. And I went to an Orthodox monastery, convent specifically, because it was with them. There were nuns there and for a weekend, and it was great, much needed. So that was back in August, and I went to audio feed for about 3 hours this year. Last weekend was Bloodline Fest, so I didn't schedule a time off to go to that one, but that's okay. And I didn't share this yet, I got into reading Lord of the Rings for the first time, and The Hobbit. I watched the extended trilogy of Lord of the Rings first back in February and had a great time with that. And I am 2 chapters away from finishing Fellowship of the Ring, and then I'm moving on to Two Towers. Yes! Really excited about that. So I've been also learning Sindarin alongside that, so if I'm not reading, I'm at least learning a couple of phrases, some poetry as well in Sindarin. So it's still a bit slow, but it's still a lot of subtle progress. And I was also learning French on the side, so I'm just taking a small break from that. So the only thing I listen to in French at the moment is listening over to the Our Father prayer. So that one's also a bit slow, but we'll get there. So, the reason I came on here today is I forgot, because I also forgot this at this time back in 2020 is when I first started streaming. Holy moly! And I wanted to use my phone as my camera because there's been lots of upgrades throughout the years, as well as been subtle, but today this afternoon was one of those instances where the iOS software couldn't sync up well from my phone to the computer. So black screen, so I was like, oh, okay, well, we're going old school. We're going back to my first webcam that I still use for recordings for the I'm Clifford Today show can check it out on you. You can check that out on YouTube. And speaking of which, I should also update that as well. There's a couple of things I forgot to update. Bear with me. So, there it is. Moo butt. I forgot to update my moo butt. So, why did I forget to update moo butt? Well, it's because I need to share with you guys a pre-save link. Yeah, because here's the thing. I have been working on new material for since COVID, pretty much. And some songs have been pretty old, and then came to their final form this year, like a good amount of them have. Some are several years old. Some of them are a couple months old, and by this point, at least one is already past a year old. And so, to actually get these out, to get all these put together and out, man, that's awesome. Okay, well, let's see here real quick. We're going to add a new link, hashtag pre-save EP. Here we go. I see. And we are set. That's right. Now we got a new command called hashtag pre-save. You can pre-save my new EP coming out. You can pre-save my new EP coming out on... What was that alert? I forgot. I don't know what that alert was. Unless it was just me. I don't remember. So anyway, okay. Let's go over some shout outs. Because it's been several months. Let's see. We got the Fantastic Girl, Gigi Melodies, Rob Helen's Stress Padre, and Mr. Drogan. Thank you so much for those follows. I appreciate it. Now, there is a follower. Now, on the follower link, I didn't update that in time. I didn't update that. Currently, we are at 485 followers. I much appreciate you guys. And if you want, so I'm still at the goal of reaching 500 followers on Twitch eventually. So we'll have to see how it goes. It also requires going back for me to go back to being consistent. So being hot, going live at this time an hour without that schedule. That happens. And also share. Oh, I see. It's the ring from the chat. Okay. So there's also a link to hear my song, my single from the upcoming EP called "I Will Wait Again" right here. In 1 second, I'll be right back. Gotta go to the bathroom break. Okay, so I figured what we'll do, we're gonna hang out here for a little bit, so it's not gonna be super long. Okay, I'm just gonna be here experimenting with my live loop setup like I did in the old days, in my early days. When I did looping, when I was inspired by Mr. Julien Belchimier and Daniel Allard, and I don't remember if there was somebody else. Excuse me. I don't remember, but regardless, we're gonna do it. We're here to go and have some fun and do some experiments and just hang out, you know. So my new song, I Will Wait Again, it really went through the motions and gone through a lot of changes. Eventually it came down to meshing together two song ideas while retaining the old one, because like it was going to be, the oldest version of it was kind of like based on an Emma Ruth Rundle song. And I was like, oh, okay, I want to be slow and melodic and doomy and ambient, you know, all those sorts. Something like that, and then had a different. And then I was trying to change it up, going for the band Camino upbeat kind of thing, and then that came from doing different chord progressions. So I was like, Eventually, I just brought those two ideas and meshed it together. And then what stayed the same since the beginning was the guitar solo that will be played after the second chorus of this song. And that was like one thing I really enjoyed. One part of it I really enjoyed and wanted to keep. So I did that. And I enjoy it. So pretty much the rundown of the song I Will Wait Again. You know, it's just like taking a step back in your circumstances and like people in your life, and realize things weren't always as they seem. And I hope for something better, and then it's like, okay, well, I'll just wait again. I guess I'll have to wait again for something better, or something bigger. Because like patience hurts, but it still proves to be worth it. And then like when I realized that, so like when I realized I lost my train of thought. Okay. Because like when you realize things, okay, yeah. So like when you realize things are as they are, you gotta sit with it. I would sit with it. Either you cope about it and then like, or just make peace with it and realize, so, you know, like the other person isn't all entirely to blame. I have faults in it as well. You know. So anyway, yeah. So let's go over this song, and if anybody else comes by, hands out, we'll play it again. So this is, ladies and gentlemen, here's my newest song called I Will Wait Again.
Do you ever feel a little guilty leaving someone behind? Do you give them a hand of pity or keep it stored in your mind? That I'm oblivious, I did not want to cope, and remnants of everything filled with false hope. This was all a quiet goodbye to resting on both of our lives. If it all works out with time, maybe give it a try. Guess I'll have to wait again. Guess I'll have to wait again. was all a quiet goodbye to resting on both of our lives.
Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready? Probably not, but here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Man, I love that solo.
I want this to work out with time. Give and try, so I will wait again. I will wait again. Expecting to feel the pain. I will wait again. Yes, I will wait again. Yes, I will wait again. Expecting to feel the pain. I will wait again. Yes, I will wait again. Yes, I will wait again. Expecting to feel the pain.
And that's it. Yay.
Ever
Oh,
feel a little guilty leaving someone behind?
yep, that was my song. New song. I will wait again. So my EP will be consistent. My EP will be made up of 5 tracks, all originals. And yeah, once again, I am really excited about this. To finally put out new music for the first time in 6 years. But be more specifically, new lyrical original music. I put out a lo-fi EP back in 2022, and then I did a cover song with one of my Twitch friends, Millie Rouge. Yep, so all the instruments were done by me, and then it was mixed and pre-mastered by my man Dean DeChozo, also from Twitch, and then mastered by Clifford's friend who worked on his material for Sherwood Forest, Nick Statina. So thank you, gentlemen, for your contribution. I'm really happy about how things sounded, and I'm glad that I got to finally share it with everybody. Yeah, and I'm really excited to share the rest of it coming up on November 14th. That's a Friday. All right, so that being said, we're gonna work. I got my loop station down here, so it's like, okay, so it's gonna be an experiment of figuring out how to start up a loop like I used to when back when my pedal board was like right under my desk and all that stuff. So it's going to be an experiment of navigating kind of like how I used to. And the current setup I got is that I have most of my microphones plugged into my main mixer, and then like I got that feeding through my loop station, and from my loop station into my little mixer, and then from my little mixer into the input jack for extra EQ. But I'm starting to think maybe it would just be better if I had just gone from I'm trying to wonder. Would it have been better if I've gone from the mixer to my loop station to the interface? Well, we are going to experiment that. Well, I think this is worthy of experimenting that today. Since you can kind of hear how if I go a bit loud like this, you hear this feedback, woo, like that, So I'm wondering if it would be better. Well, we're gonna experiment with a live loop, but we're gonna check this out. I already got some pre-saved loops and songs on my mixer, on my loop pedal station. So we shall see. So we're gonna experiment for a bit. All right, so this one is called number 11, and I don't remember what it sounds like, so we're gonna check. Ah, yeah, it's my. Oh yeah. You hear how quiet it is, though. Yeah, it's pretty good. All right. But quiet. This one's number 9. Let's take a listen. Oh, got myself. Yeah, this was gonna go on for a bit. Oh yeah, I remembered. Yeah, cause I was doing. Oh yeah, I remember. This is the lap steel sound that I was doing for what I was going to play in my town's annual music festival, but my time slot before 3 o'clock got rained out. So all of us who were gonna play, we got on that morning and early afternoon, we got rained out. So we'll be playing next year. So regardless, I remembered. I'm like, oh yeah. So it's just gonna be me and one drummer, and I wanted to put in some extra sound, so I made some live loops with my lap steel, and just put that on the loop station to add in extra flavor, more ambient, for some extra ambience, so I can stick with rhythm. Number 8. Let's check what number 8 sounds like. Oh yeah, this was also for one of my other songs that will be released on my EP called "It's Been Forever." I wanted to duplicate the, and so I will say ahead of time there is a ambient type of guitar sound that I added. That's like in the middle of the song, which is called "It's Been Forever," and I released it back in March. No, January, I think. I'm trying to read from my Bandcamp. Oh, that's right. I released "It's Been Forever" from when I recorded it back in January, and I used the recording version I had back then before I did and re-recorded some parts. Yeah. That will be featured on the EP. It's been forever. You can listen to the demo version of it on SoundCloud and YouTube, and on my YouTube. Yeah. Okay. Next. Number 7. What's left? What's lip number 7? Check. I forgot this one is not mine. Can you hear it? Okie dokie. Okie dokie. X, number 6. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Number 5. Oh, yeah. This is a Oh, yeah. I wrote this in a reference to one of my other songs that I was working on. That's not in the EP, but it might be for future releases. We shall see. Oh yeah, this is when I wanted to save a song idea and then recorded it later, and I did that. So it's another song. It's not featured, but it's something I was working on. I haven't gone around to re-recording it because I got everything structured together. I wrote out lyrics. I haven't let myself have time to revisit them. And I did it with recording my little blue guitar that's out of frame. Yeah. Next. In conclusion, I can hear everything better when I had it plugged into the amplifier. Alright, so here's where the magic's gonna happen for a little bit. We're gonna... So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna make some loops with this setup and see how it goes, and maybe I might keep it as it is for a long while if I decide to I need to figure out how to get myself back to being consistently playing on Twitch, because it has been a long time, even after having a job. So, and then hobbies, and then friend groups, etc., etc. So it's So it's figuring out how to jungle everything. Yeah, you see what I mean by the... Yeah, you see what I mean by the possibility of rearranging this setup? Was we don't need to hear the distortion, but it's also we do need to hear the guitar. So when I plugged it, because on my little mixer there is a button that says electric guitar pre-shape. So it's more geared towards the electric, which I have plenty of, but I don't always need it. So we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna make some tunes. Now we're just gonna make some tunes. Yeah, let's give it a try. Okay, so that actually sounded pretty good. But the last, I was about to try to write it, and I accidentally hit the wrong button, so that's gone. But that was cool. I dug what I heard. And apparently, I look at a couple of different screens and says my stream is unstable because of the amount of drop frames. Oopsie daisy. So what did I conclude? I mean, this was fun, but of course won't keep this set up on a permanent basis. So with that being said, since I didn't want to stay on too long, I'd go win. Good go. I'm gonna go ahead and reset everything again back the way it was. And regardless, thank you so much everybody for chiming in for a little bit. So we're gonna go raid. Time to go raid. Now the question is whale. Whale! We got options. The metal core or not? Thankfully there are lots and lots of different people out here. Let's see here. Did Kush Anime Turna. Thank you so much for the claps and tuning in. Oh, and thank you for the follow. I didn't see that back in April. Appreciate it. Much appreciative. Yeah. So I wasn't looking carefully and I saw that my drop frames are very unstable. I'm late actually. Well, that's okay. The good news is I'm already recording this stream, so I will be uploading this VOD onto my YouTube, so you can. Whoop, hang on. There it is. Nice, and that's kind of a nice studio. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, so I will be uploading this VOD onto my YouTube, which is in the link right there. So that'll be on a little later. Okay, now it's time to choose who to raid. Because once again, we got options. Check. Let's see. Oh, somebody celebrating their affiliate anniversary. Now that's fun. We love that. I remember when I made affiliate, I was getting close to 5 years ago already. Okay, we're gonna go right into a new channel. We're gonna go right into Millie Mae Music, who is celebrating her affiliate anniversary. How many years? Well, I don't know. We'll have to go find out and see. Yep, let's have to go in. Let's go over there and see. Alrighty, so thank you so much, everybody, for chiming in. I will post this VOD later, and and if I am responsible, I will plan out a streaming schedule so I can get back into it. All right, thank you so much. Thank you again for everybody.